Hey, we're back with you guessed it, another YouTube video, and this is a little bit about me and my art journey and what inspired me to start my art journey and what inspired me to start teaching my healing journey. And so, a little bit about me is I've been working in healthcare for over 13 years. In high school, I took an allied health course because I wanted to be in the medical field as a nurse. But they didn't recognize my certificate as a medical assistant when I tried to find a job after high school. So I went back to school to be a certified nursing assistant at 19 after I had my son. I got my CNA certificate and found a job at a nursing home with psych patients. As I continued school to try to get in a nursing program, I struggled tremendously with balancing school, work, and my child. I worked at a few nursing homes, and I worked with kids who were mentally and physically disabled. My last couple of jobs, I worked with adults who were paraplegics and quadriplegics. I left the healthcare field for a little while to try to sell furniture, but it wasn't my strong suit. And I went back to healthcare and received my phlebotomy license. And I did phlebotomy for a few years. I went back to school for medical billing and coding and received my associate's degree in health information technology in 2002. So I've had a very lengthy medical career. And I'm glad because it was a very humbling experience for me. When I saw my patients who were younger than me and in very distressing situations, and they were at the mercy of the doctors and their caregivers and their family, I thank God for my health and strength, and for myself and for my family. And I asked God to give me health and strength to help other people when I was doing my job. Yes, I care for other people because it was my job, but it takes a special type of person to care for someone other than themselves or other than someone they love. When that person is at their weakest moment in life, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, it can have an effect on you as well. And the work was very heavy for me most days, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, because you hear sad stories and misfortunes daily, and sometimes hourly, depending on if we're getting a lot of admissions for the day. Yet I leaned on my faith and I showed up to work when I could. If you're not taking good care of yourself, you can get sick as well. And so I found myself in a sea of darkness, trying to escape the pressures of my personal life and my work life. And I realized I needed a change. I needed more money, and I decided to start to paint for more money. And at first, my art was not selling because it was not good. And it may not have been good because I didn't go to school for it. And I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it to make more money instead of doing it because it was my passion. So although my art wasn't beautiful, I felt better mentally. So I prayed and it got better, and it did start to sell, although I didn't make much money from it. I still started to feel better mentally, physically, and emotionally. I look forward to making art and selling my art. I still looked a mess, but my insides were healing. And when I say I looked a mess, I felt like that I had let myself go because of when I was having challenges with my health. And then I felt like life was worth living again. I felt alive again. I could breathe again. And the world started to make sense once more. I found new meaning for my life. I was beginning to heal from the inside out. And there was no amount of money I could have paid a physician to help me feel this wonderful feeling that I was getting from art making. Now, don't get me wrong. If you are sick, you should go to the doctor. But you finding new meaning in life coupled with a doctor's prescription is a perfect combination of faith versus works. And let God do the rest. I have found mindfulness. I have found beauty again. And being in love with life itself. In love with God and His creations. Now, I'm not completely healed, but every day I take a step in the right direction. I feel transformation. I feel a newness. I feel an awareness to life and to love. And also, I decided to research the benefits of art making. And I found out why I had these new feelings all of a sudden. And I thank God for leading me to a paintbrush and a canvas. And I decided I wanted to share this feeling with the world. I never really thought about teaching my techniques though. But God, He had a plan. And I had a listening ear. And He told me to write down all my steps to this one technique I used often. And I developed a class. So this is my creative art coaching class, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening. Bye.